All right, all right, all right. It's that time of the month again. We are doing the Patreon patron shout out video, and I'm looking for the shout out item. What this is, for those of you that are unaware, at the end of every month, all my Patreon patrons get a shout out on the channel and a personal thank you from me. And then one lucky Patreon patron ends up getting to get one thing sent to them. It's called the shout out item, and this month's item is the Starro the Conqueror convention exclusive. This one is still sealed in its box, and hopefully it will find a good home with you guys. It's just an extra way for me to say thank you to you guys for supporting me. You guys are my biggest supporters, hands down. So thank you for that. Ended up getting a huge increase in Patreon patrons this month. Ended up getting to $130 per month, which is really good. The goal was $150, so we didn't quite get there. We ended up losing a couple people, but $130 is still really strong, so we're still giving away the Starro Convention exclusive. Once we get up to $150, though, guys, there's at minimum two shout-out items per month, so that's really cool. Also, something else to let you guys know about is that we are sponsored by Troll and Toad now, so thank you to Troll and Toad for that. And what they're going to do is every time a set drops, they're going to send me a brick to give away to you guys. Or actually, they're going to keep it there, and they're going to send it out. And they're going to send me a brick to unbox for you guys. And I thought as a good way to say thank you to the community that really helps get it done around here would be to just give those boosters away after the unboxing to my most ardent supporters, which are my Patreon patrons. So what I'll do in the unboxing videos is I will unbox them, and then after the video, I'll number them in the order that they were opened, and then proceed to, in that month, give them away. And the shout out video. So this month, DC Rebirth drops. So April's shout out video, which will be either April 30th, or it'll probably be May 1st, just because I'm planning a live video to round out Everyday April on the 30th. And there will be 10 winners for that, and it'll be one win per number. It's not one win per person anymore. And the reason for that is there are now two more Patreon rewards levels, National Champion and World Champion, that grant extra shout-out entries, just because they're at such a high price point that those people deserved a little something extra as an extra thank you. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. If you want to see what the Patreon money is currently being saved up for, and you're a Patreon patron, go over to the videos. It's locked so that just you guys can see it. Right now I'm trying to get a computer that I'm going to end up building myself, but it's going to be a really nice computer. And I'm trying to get a camcorder for the long form videos, which are the gameplays. The main reason I'm trying to get a new camcorder is because the one I have does not have a mic input, so you pick up a lot of ambient noise. And the one that I'm planning on getting, I could use it, sort of vlogging style, and it has a mic input so that I can hook up the two players to lavalier microphones, so that you'll just hear their voices and you won't hear all the stuff in the background, and it'll just be a lot more crispy to listen to and watch and enjoy. So that's where that money's currently going to. And if you're not a Patreon patron and you're just seeing this, still thank you to you for your support and your views and the shares and all that stuff. It really does help the channel grow. Every time you like the video, every time you comment the video, every time you dislike the video, it still helps the channel grow. So thank you guys for that. So now we're going to go ahead and hop on over to the actual shout out portion of the video. For those of you that don't know, what I do is I just read down the list of all the Patreon patrons, say personal thank you, then we give away the shout out item. So let's go ahead and get that rolling. So this used to be in the order that you signed up for Patreon, but this month we had such an explosion in Patreon patrons that I was just having trouble looking at the list and figuring out if the people were on it or not already. So I just alphabetized it the same as what Patreon actually does, so that I didn't miss anybody. So that's why, if you noticed, your number was some 2 in the last video and it's different in this one, that's why. So to begin, thank you, Alex Kuzi. Thank you, Andrew New. Thank you, Andy Beard. Thank you, Anthony Bruno. Thank you, RDM. Thank you, Charlie Thomas. Thank you, Chris Caprone. Thank you, Christian Boggan. Thank you, David Sisak. Thank you, Dean Rogers. Thank you, Eric Smith. Thank you, James Atkins. Thank you, Joe Safai. Thank you, Jonathan Dummigan. Thank you, Joseph Cooper. And we'll scroll down a little bit. Thank you, Joseph Tweedle. Thank you, Julius Cooper. And you'll notice Julius has a number 1 by his name because he selected the world champion level of support of the channel. So he gets 3 entries. So this is his first one. Thank you, Calder Ness of Dial H for HeroClix fame. And congratulations on your South Dakota ROC State Championship win. Really cool there for him. Thank you, Kyle Crothers. Thank you, Lou Headley. Thank you, Mike Hogden. Thank you, Michael Martin. Thank you, Peyton Goldston. Julius Cooper again for his second entry. Thank you, R.A. Zog. Thank you, Randy Harden. Thank you, Richard L. Johnson. Thank you, Semper Clicks. He was one of the first Patreon patrons, so really cool that he's still here. Thank you, Tony Canavino. Thank you, Travis Myers. Thank you, Tyler Smith. Thank you, Tyler James. And Julius Cooper's third entry. All right, so what we do after that is we slip on over to random.org. And as you can see, we have 31. I don't know. We've got a few Patreon patrons, and it doesn't add up to this. And that's because we have some people that got extra entries. Well, really one person. So that's why it doesn't quite match up. So what I do, though, is I generate a number 3 times. Whoever comes up on the 3rd try is who is the winner of the shout-out items. Now, that'll probably be different when I do the full case or brick, when I give away the brick of boosters, just because there's so many of them. But yeah, that's really cool. And if you guys want to further support the channel more and you want to make sure that I keep getting a brick to keep giving away to you guys, if you're going to buy your singles or something like that, go ahead and stop over at trollandtoad.com and use the promo code MrClicksFlix for 5% off your HeroClix purchase. It just really, they just use the promo code to track and see if it's worth advertising with me. So if you guys could do that, if you're planning on already buying clicks anyway, you know, saves you a little bit of money and makes it so that we got some cool stuff to keep giving away here. So we got the Starro Con X here. So good luck to everybody. Thank you, everyone. Truly, if it's $1, if it's $45, if you don't give me any money and you just support with a like and a share and a comment, thank you. I'm truly humbled. We're almost to 1,700 subscribers, which is crazy. So just thank you guys for that. Really, thank you. So here we go. First time, number 14. Second time, number 22. All right, this is the third one coming up. Number 28. Number 28 is Semper Clicks, my man, winning. Now let's double check because last month I kind of messed this one up. I said the wrong name for the number that came up. So number 28, it says on here is Semper Clicks. Random.org is number 28. All right, guys. So thank you again for joining me. Thank you for being a Patreon patron. And that's all I have for you today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.